Alright, welcome back. Okay, so in another round of trying to finish games of my backlog, let's move back on to Darksiders, shall we? When we last left off, we were trying to hunt down this thing, the Griever. And hey, look, somebody left a cannon behind. Let's not pick it up just yet. Oh, goodness. So yeah, much like with Odin Sphere, I actually finished getting all the footage for Darksiders. So, let's go ahead and try to finish up this series, huh? Get something off the backlog. I don't really like leaving things undone. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But, Darksiders shouldn't be that much longer. There's only a couple more episodes left, and it's not really that long of a game. I mean, it's a Legend of Zelda. I mean, it plays kind of like a Legend of Zelda game, which usually aren't that long. The only length to it is really just looking for collectibles, which I, cut down the footage on. You also said, like, Tiamat didn't suffer enough, so pick one. Pick a lane, dude. So yeah, now we are going back to hunting the Griever. So yeah, we managed to just kind of piss her off a little bit. Just blast her away with the angel cannon. Which is cool, but we kind of want to put her down a little bit more permanently. And I feel like the dungeon item for this particular stage is going to have something to do with those crystals. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. You know, the weird thing is, I was actually planning on finishing up this series before Darksiders 3 came out. I think that's when I actually started this series. And now Darksiders Genesis has come out. So, wow, this is just kind of embarrassing. But, I'm gonna get this series finished. I've got all the footage. It's just a matter of uploading it. That's all. My LP style is a bit on the slow side. I like to think it's efficient, though. What was showing off all the collectibles and stuff like that. Trying to mostly go for something akin to a 100% run. Sort of. Thing is, I really like Darksiders. I like the series as a whole. I like the characters. I like this story. I like, the aesthetic of it. I think War's a really cool character. I like him. And not just because he's voiced by Liam O'Brien. Although that definitely helps. When I first got this game when I was younger, wow, I liked this game because War had a gargantuan greatsword. That was pretty much enough to, sell me on a video game. Does the character have a sword as big as Cloud Strife's? Yes. Okay, I'll buy it. I had very low standards when I was younger. Now I like all kinds of games, even if there is no giant sword involved. Although it does help. It does still help. And a quick little heads up for a lot of the LP footage, if it looks like I'm just kind of wandering around in a circle. Most of the time whenever I record footage, I don't do practice runs. That might seem a bit unprofessional, but I usually try to edit out any terribly long, no progress being made parts. But anytime I record something or I put up a video on YouTube, that's pretty much my first exposure to it. Unless I played the game before, pretty much you're just going to be seeing my first impressions. And it has been a while since I played Darksiders. Like, I played it when it initially came out on the 360, and, yeah. I haven't really touched it since recently. I try to cut out all the boring bits, but for the most part, yeah, this is just, first time again, sort of. But the first couple dungeons aren't that bad. It's just I kind of make them seem a little more difficult than they really should. But one of the last dungeons is just, ugh, I don't like it. We'll get to that video soon enough, but oh boy. Endgame dungeon. Not all that fun, no. So after an embarrassing amount of time, hey, look, here's the solution, right in front of me. On the plus side, we can make an even bigger explosion. Yeah, there you go. Everybody likes blowing stuff up. I'm sure they mentioned this, but just exactly how long was Armageddon? How long ago was it when mankind got its ass kicked? Clearly long enough for all the humans to turn into zombies. Or maybe not all the humans. See Darksiders 2 and 3. Hey, got another artifact. These are actually more important than just getting a couple extra souls from Vulgrim. Believe me. And some of them are an absolute pain in the ass to find. But don't worry, I show off all of them. Yeah, it sure would be nice to get through these big-ass blue crystals. And there sure are a lot of them here. I wonder how we get by. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out later. Oh, no. Yeah, but the crossblade kind of... Yeah. Yeah, you can make as much, like, creepy monster noises as you want, but a crossblade to the face still kind of immobilizes you. Yeah. Again, unfortunately, this game does not have this sheer, like, weapon diversity as Devil May Cry in terms of, like, incorporating into your combo. But it's got some stuff to work with. Some. You know. It's okay. But again, like, long-range weapons aren't really going to be your major damage dealers. They're just going to be kind of like your combo extenders. They do a little bit of damage and keep... And the crossblade, in this case, kind of keeps an enemy in place. For the most part. Also, it looks really cool. I'm pretty sure, actually, I'm positive that Dante never had a boomerang weapon. Well, unless you count round trip. I guess that counts. Yeah, I suppose it does. I mean, it does literally do what a boomerang does. But I mean like a straight up just boomerang. Boomerangs are such interesting weapons that you don't really see a lot of play in some video games. Like, it showed, like, the only ones I can kind of, like, think about offhand are some Final Fantasy games as, like, a ninja weapon and Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, which are two completely different types of games. Second time I brought up Ty the Tasmanian Tiger in this playthrough. Oh, yeah. Love an execution move. Ooh, what do we have here? Abyssal armor piece. That was easy. Gonna get the whole set. Not for a while, though. Not for a while. Physics have no bearing on war. Can swing that sword just as fast as you can on dry land as you can underwater. I mean, he's a horseman of the apocalypse, so what the fuck does he care? What do we got here? Hey, Reaper! Nice. Now that is an enhancement for the scythe. A weapon that we don't really use all that often. Again, it's good for crowd control, but yeah, again, the sword is kind of the only weapon that you really need. Then again, I haven't really been upgrading the scythe all that much. Ooh, a Wrath Shard. Nice. That is a thing I don't really show in this playthrough. I don't upgrade all the weapons. Like, not even the sword. I upgrade a few of the moves that I use frequently, but I don't get all the moves. So, I apologize for that. Unlike with Devil May Cry, there is no style gauge you have to worry about, so you can kind of use the same effective strategy over and over again. War doesn't really care about wacky fun time pizza adventures. Not really. It's more just slash the thing until it dies. The Beholder Key looks like it might be a decent weapon. It's like, I think it's called a Katar. K-A-T-A-R. I'm pretty sure those are the weapons that Voldo uses in Soul Calibur. And that one Final Fantasy VIII character. I think his name was Kyros. I never beat FF8. Played a little bit of it, but it wasn't really my thing. But you know what is my thing? The dungeon item. Yeah. Say hello to the Tremor Gauntlet. Oh man. If there is ever a weapon that I enjoy more than swords and axes or spears, it's the gauntlet. It's big old punch fists. Just do big old punches. Just deck a motherfucker in the face. Gauntlets and Greaves. There's a reason why in every single Devil May Cry game, with the exception of 2, but we don't really talk about that one, like next to Rebellion or whatever sword he's using of that particular game, he has a Gauntlet and Greaves set. And it's always like one of the best weapons in the game. Ifrit, Beowulf, Gilgamesh, Balrog. Each of them are so good in their own respective games. So good, so much fun to play with. My personal favorite, Beowulf. Mainly because Virgil uses it, and it's awesome whenever he does. Aw, man. I seriously hope that Devil May Cry 5, like, special edition, or, you know, complete, or whatever the hell you want to call it, is actually a thing that happens one of these days. Playable, Lady, Trish, Virgil, everybody. Have a Smash Bros. Everyone is here Devil May Cry game. I already got the platinum on that game. Come on, give me some more bang for my buck. Oh! Decapitation! So now we have a means of getting rid of these crystals. Big ol' punch. I like it a lot. I like this weapon a lot. It's a lot of fun. It's always just so satisfying to have a weapon that just lets you deck a motherfucker. So satisfying. I don't know why War couldn't just punch anything with his other giant hand. You know, The giant prosthetic on his left? You can't deck anybody with that thing? It's just to look cool? I mean, he punched the Watcher with it. I don't know. I guess that was just more for dramatic effect. That was the impetus of his devil trigger. So, fine. Whatever. Horseman trigger? War trigger. So what you're supposed to do, before I actually get around to showing it, what you're supposed to do is push this giant generator block and just punch it across the chasm onto each of these little train tracks. That's what you're supposed to do. Until you basically make a foothold for yourself at the very last one, for you to jump up and get closer to the end of the dungeon. I clearly was not paying attention. But hey, artifact. Nice. So you're supposed to, like, adjust these to the proper height so you can punch the generator block properly over each and every one of them. And then adjust them again so you have a nice little kind of like makeshift ladder. Or makeshift foothold, I suppose. All right. We did the puzzle, which wasn't even really a puzzle. Hooray. Let's go ahead and break these crystals. What goodies are behind here? Never stood a chance. Just turn the Chaos Eater into a frickin' fly swatter. That's what it is at this point. I think these enemies are just here to be annoying, not really dangerous. Execution move's really easy to do, though. Oh! Hey, it's the Griever! Don't you love a boss that follows you? At least a little bit. Oh, she is very angry.
Looks like she played you again. Succeed.
Thanks, Mark Hamill. Not gonna be the last time Mark Hamill essentially plays Navi in a video game. I think he does it in Arkham Knight too. Hey, we've gone in a circle a little bit. But now we have the dungeon items, so that makes everything a lot more open. It's kind of like the water dungeon from Zelda, you get it? Because this is like a... Okay. This is also a puzzle that I was kind of bad at. Fortunately, I was able to cut quite a bit of this footage out. Ooh, but first, hey, collectible. What'd we get? We got the map finally. Nice. Not that we really need it. So basically this puzzle is align the train tracks and the respective train cars to give yourself a bit of a leg up. And this took a bit longer than I would have liked. So I kind of just went ahead and cut some of the footage. Just to speed it up a little bit. Hey, we're back here now. Making a big ol' circle. Big ol' circle. Oh, new enemy type. Oh, she looks cool. But right here, she's not that big of a deal. A little later on, there's going to be an enemy type kind of like this that's a lot more dangerous. But right now, not too bad. Tremor Gauntlet and Stingers will do just fine. Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate for you. Oof. Just rip her in half. It's not that intimidating on the third one. Especially when I can just Blade Geyser you. Yeah, exactly. Third verse, same as the first. Not really on the same mid-boss level as, you know, a Platinum or a Clover game. Give me soda, damn it! I'm thirsty. Even a Horseman of the Apocalypse needs to recharge their electrolytes. Or get their daily sugar fix. Just as long as there's no Dasani in the thing. Ugh. No, thank you. Not even in the Apocalypse would Dasani be a viable option. Time to cause more explosions. But first, hidden collectible. Lightstone shard. You know, when you announce yourself like this, you kind of just give away the element of surprise. Which you really need against War. Again, because the guy's name is War. The literal Horseman of the Apocalypse. Idiots. What even is the point of these things? They just explode on contact. I guess it's just satisfying to hit them. It kind of is. They just explode and gush into like lots of green goo. There's a hidden collectible down there, but we can't get it just yet. Gotta complete a puzzle first. And it's going to involve us raising the water level. Just like Zelda! Hooray! Alright, here comes another puzzle. Break the crystals. And drop the big, scary, spooky looking spike thing. And contend with these annoying little shits. That's why they're here, to interrupt your puzzles. That's why they're here. There's no invincibility frames on the Tremor Gauntlet attack, which just makes these things even more annoying. And there's so many of them, too. it was a little finicky, but hey, finally got it. Took a little doing. And for once, it wasn't just me misunderstanding the puzzle. Hooray! And done. Puzzle completed. Fuck the sewage system. No one's alive anymore to use it anyway, so no big deal. Although I'm not even sure if this is a sewage system. If it is, it's a very complex one. Who put all these magical chests here in these modern environments? There's a very annoying stereotypical question for these kinds of games. Although this one actually does bear some credence. Who did actually put these chests here? I'm actually curious. Why in these, like, man-made facilities? Doesn't matter, we're opening them now and we're getting all the cool shit out of them. Including hidden collectibles. Hey, champion. Only 6 were ever made. Which means they're very rare and valuable. Which means a lot of souls. Okay, seriously, they don't really hurt all that much. They're just annoying. They're just really annoying and easy to kill, but also annoying. Mostly annoying. There we go. Wow. Friggin' Tremor's up in here. Well, there's a hint for you. Don't go walking down the hallway. Unless you want that to happen to you. Hey, another one of these guys who take way too long to actually kill. Usually if you try to do the execution move, it just kind of, it takes a while for War to rip off both tusks. So I'm just going to go ahead and shift to my form. Oh, and it cancels it out. That is a dick move. Yeah, doing the execution button, you have to do it like 3 times before War will actually kill this thing. You know what? Just, honestly, to save time, it'd probably just be easier to just do a full combo on him. Yeah, now I can use my Wrath form. Can't believe the cutscene just cancels out the transformation. That's shit. Hey, what'd we get over here? Hey, the Horde Seeker. So in case you're missing any treasure chests or any other hidden collectible goodies, there you go. Eventually this item's going to be rendered kind of, you know, useless later on. We'll get to it eventually. Not right now. That's going to be in one of the more annoying dungeons, if I remember correctly. Just avoid the combat encounter. Don't want anything to do with you. Well, I guess we kind of have to. Gotta go turn on a switch. Crossblade's just a solid weapon. Not a lot of damage, but mostly it's there for staying power. Hey. Time to adjust even more water levels. Again, this is having a lot of similarities to the water dungeon from Ocarina of Time. A lot more than I thought it would have. But I feel like a lot of Link's problems could be solved if he just had like a double jump. Never underestimate the power of a good double jump and a glide. The best friend to any platformer protagonist. Although Zelda never really was much of a platformer. It was more of an action-adventure game. Still, probably would have helped a lot. Even though Link can, like, super easily do jump attacks and stuff like that, I never... Yeah, whatever. Just a couple more crystals to break before we can go fight the Griever. But first, hey, Wrath Shard. Again, these things are not terribly intimidating. They're just more annoying, if anything. There we go. All right. Now I believe it is time for a boss fight. Finally, we can fight the Griever. Get ourselves another heart. Oh, look, more crystals. Wonder what we need to do. There she is. And she's got a big old crystal on her crotch. Gross. So the Griever is not a terribly difficult boss, but she can be a bit annoying. See, she shoots out a laser beam, and you can hide behind these crystals so you don't get hit. Problem is, if she uses the beam on the crystals, then they superheat and you can't break them. So yeah, you can use the crystals as kind of like a makeshift shield, but you're not going to make much progress in the boss fight if you do. So you kind of have to break the crystals and try to draw her fire away from them. You can knock her out of the beam attack if you get close enough to her where she just like does a big old foot stomp. So that's a nice way to cancel it out. Of course, she will knock you back really far if you're in range. So just keep that in mind. But now, the fight's essentially over. You just deck this thing into her. And try not to get hit back. And don't get hit by the rocks either. Unless you feel like you can just tank all the hits. But hey, now we have our weak spot exposed. Oh, and now we know where these things are coming from. Great. Now we have more reason to hate the Griever, because these things suck. They got a pretty decent little chunk of souls, though. A little bit. Just slam it into her knee. That's not very nice. Big combo. Get all up in there. And now you know the whole process for the boss fight. Lather, rinse, repeat. I just can't quite seem to avoid the rocks. But again, I got enough health to work with. Yeah. Doesn't even let me finish. Whatever. Fight's over. Time for big cutscene fight. Oh, damn. Why didn't you start off with that? Oh, and now it's time for War to do the big Kratos execution move. Yeah. Hope you got a good fucking dentist. Nah, fuck it. Oh, unfortunate. Two down, two to go. Didn't even need the Wrath form. Didn't even need it. Another life stone. Nice. Let's go bring this back to Samael and get our next target.
Two down, two to go. You might make it to the tower after all. Then the real fun begins. Now, let's get this thing back to Samael.
Oh, hey, it's Ulthane. Fuck your door. Here's your hammer. I learned how to pick it up.
Welcome back, horseman. You could have knocked, but I suppose that isn't your way, is it?
Nope.
Why are you here? Strange question, seeing as how you're the one broke into my house.
I mean, he makes a good point.
Black Hammer. You huddle in exile, a hermit among tombstones. Why? What role did you play in this, Ulthane?
Horseman, I've got something for you. A fair bit of work, but it's a bit dainty for me.
A big-ass hand cannon.
Better.
And it's one of War's brother's weapons. This belonged to Strife. How Ulthane got it, I don't know.
Maybe I like the scenery, what's it to you? You asked for my help and I gave it. You go on being ungrateful and I'm liable to get upset.
Really?
Do I look like I'm afraid of death, boy?
There's a big-ass hand cannon.
It's not death you should fear.
He's in the next game. Hey, we got Mercy. And oddly enough, in Darksiders 2, Death gets the other one. Which I think it's called Redemption. A bit later than Devil May Cry, but whatever. It's okay. I mean, it's alright. Damage-wise, Yeah, I mean, I kind of expected a bit more stopping power coming from this thing, but it's not so much like a revolver and more of just like, you know, a handgun in, you know, video game standards at least. Could get some impact rounds, but nah, more Bane. Let's get a couple new moves, shall we? Some new moves for our Tremor Gauntlet. Earthbreaker. Yep, I'll take that. Tremor Smash, yep. Let's see.
Let me know if I can help you.
Flip Saw seems pretty good. That'll do. That'll be fine. We'll come back for that Wrath Core later. But this'll do for now.
You've given the Griever something to cry about. Well done. Now then, let's deal.
Thanks, Phil Lamar. Alright, let's go bring this back to Samael. So we took down Tiamat, and now we took down the Griever. So I wonder who the next boss is going to be. Something equally as big and scary, I had no doubt. There's 2 more Guardians we need to go deal with, but trust me, that's not going to be the last boss. We still got quite a bit more. We still got quite a bit more to kill. And War's got a shit ton of anger to work out. Nice. Again, Mercy doesn't really have quite as much stopping power as I'd like. And the impact rounds don't really do all that much for it. It ups the damage a little bit, but in Devil May Cry, it kind of like, it's a good combo extender. And it kind of does that here too, but again, I prefer the Devil May Cry ones. Then again, that's comparing Devil May Cry to Darksiders. So, you know.
Did you enjoy yourself? War in the Black Hammer, plucking pigeons.
You see a great many things from inside a prison, Samael.
There is little you can keep from me, horseman. Once I have a mind to know it.
And
Ominous.
what do you know of Uriel?
I thought the horsemen were above such earthly pursuits.
Yeah, that's not what War's after.
Killed Abaddon.
I don't think he has a sex drive.
Their fallen lord and
I think he has a kill drive.
And Uriel? Some might say her admiration was less than professional.
How scandalous.
Will stop at nothing to punish the one responsible.
I fought the demon who killed Abaddon, and he will be punished.
Straga is the strongest of the chosen. No doubt you'll face him again. He draws power from the spire and won't stand to be away from it for long.
Time for a rematch.
You might even survive the reunion.
Yeah, who's the next boss?
King of the ancient worms that now plague.
So a giant worm. We're going to Dune.
Easy.
Nice.
Worms grow well in such fertile ground. Fertile with death.
Oh, shit. We get to see the boss, too.
Covered in it.
The Stygian.
Ashes of the dead. But you may be in luck. It seems that some fool demons have taken to capturing the worms for sport, and they hunt other creatures as well. The strongest are made to fight in cruel arenas. The demons seek to tame the Stygian, not knowing that within the monster there beats the black heart of the chosen.
How do the demons avoid the ashworms?
You know of the chronospheres?
A gift of the old ones. It is said that to master the chronosphere is to master time.
Cool, we get to control time.
Stop time, or even move it forward and back.
Indeed. None of the old masters exist, but the demons have learned to use them to a lesser degree. I can grant you a basic understanding of the chronospheres. It won't be much, perhaps just enough to avoid the worms.
Perhaps.
Perhaps not. What in this life is certain, horseman? Other than our word, of course.
Anyway, that'll do it for this update. In the next update, we're going to hunt the Stygian. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next update. Until then, see ya.